What's going on, guys? Hey, listen, second to last fragrance from the house of day 3. Second to last just meaning I'm almost done with my discovery set. We've gone through everything. This fragrance is widely talked about, and a lot of people want to put their nose to this or are talking about this fragrance. So I want to give my little scent bubble synopsis and see where my head's at and see if I could provide any additional insight as to whether or not you should be buying or trying this fragrance. So strap up and come take this walk with me.
Okay, feeling for two. I watch that head move side to side as I let this in into the room. You were on time, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish the food.
All right. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon. We talk about my fragrance journey, and I just put a camera to it, share all the info, my latest and greatest with my pickups. I've got a big collection. I collect everything under the sun. I have zero bias. I just am on a pursuit of enjoying fragrance. Not trying to get the most complex stuff. Not trying to be a cheapie. I'm trying to just do it all. Wherever my nose takes me. And also looking at the community and kind of letting that partially curate my journey as well. I'm just trying to do it all, man. And that's hopefully with my channel, I just show you guys that there's just more to it. You know what I'm saying? There's more. There's more to think about. There's more to discover. There's more to enjoy. There's more to consider. We don't have to be in this purity culture where things have to be one way. You have to be on one side of the fence. You have to think about things a certain way. I don't want to suggest to you that everybody thinks how I think. This is the scent bubble. This is nothing else. I can only be who I am, right? And if everybody else is doing their part, everybody can gather the information and make decisions on their own with their own walk. And I have you guys in mind. I think about what if I had the fragrance that you were looking to try and I was in your shoes scouring the internet for the information. I think like that. What would you want to know about this? You want to know how it smells. You want to know the details. You want to know if the fragrance pyramid you're looking at is actually what you get in the fragrance. You want to know about the performance. You want to know if there's alternatives. You want to know how the price is, all that stuff. So I try to make a nice consolidated snapshot. I feel like a lot of people make consolidated videos, but they just don't talk about anything valuable. So hopefully I can give you guys that concise yet everything you need to know type of information about this fragrance to let you know if you should try it. Again, from the house of day 3, this is Aylan. And it is in the air. I already sprayed the test strip, already put it on skin, and let's get into it. Oh, man. Okay, so dominantly I'm getting Vanilla and Oud. There's a funk to it that I have to attribute to like a fresh oud. If it's something else, I would be very shocked. It's got a very oud for greatness oud. For those of you who collect cheapies, oud for glory type of oud. And it's very heavy, like 40, 50% of the fragrance heavy. But also this heavy, creamy, powdery, vanillic touch. It's not a Grand Soir type of ambery vanilla. This is a very light, soft serve ice cream type of vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I get that dominantly. It's like a fresh, it's almost like a fresh oud, fresh cut suede type of oud that's dominating the fragrance. Now for me, on skin, it's like 60% of the fragrance. And then right behind it, just like, you know, it's like the horse is the oud and the rider of the horse is the vanilla, you know, just trailing behind it, like trying to control the horse. The horse is bucking on this one. It's got like an ozonicness, aromaticness to it. But yeah, almost like a, not new car smell, but just like a very like ozonic, suede-ish type of fresh oud that's just tinged with like a soft serve, or yeah, like a soft serve vanilla. You know, it's not a cheap smelling vanilla, but it's also very light, behind this fragrance. It's not as dense. Like the Oud's like 60, this is like 20, and hopefully this settles down so I can figure out what's behind it. It feels powdery and floral, almost resinous in some ways. Let's just switch screens here and see what we're dealing with. Very, very unique fragrance. This is going to be challenging for anyone. Top, we have elemi resin, pink pepper, bergamot. Heart, we have Bulgarian rose, cashmerean. Okay, so that's what I'm getting a lot of. Orange blossom as well. And in the base, we have vanilla absolute, agarwood oud, and saffron. So for me, like 60% of this fragrance is agarwood oud and cashmerean just married together like a glove, like literally like a white glove. And it just kind of provides this ozonic, fresh, almost like suede cut of leather. You know what I'm saying? It's very clean. It's earthy. It has like a funk to it. Not a funk like it smells bad, but like a nose hair pickup type of vibe to it where you're just like, oh, okay. You know, it's like new car smell. When you get in the car, it's got this very kind of almost like the raw materials in a space suit type of feel. But yeah, the cashmerean and oud are like 60% of this fragrance, maybe even 70. And then just faintly in the background, you get a lot of Bulgarian rose and orange blossom. So I would say if all that other stuff I said, like the cashmerean, like, okay, so here's the distribution. 60% cashmerean and agarwood oud, 20% vanilla absolute and Bulgarian rose, and then sitting in the background as a 20% or maybe even like a 10 is the elemi resin saffron combo. I don't get pink pepper or bergamot. And on skin, I maybe just get the tiniest touch of bergamot. But really on skin, it becomes more about the cashmerean rose vanilla combo with cashmerean oud and rose leading the fray by about 70%. And then a 20% vanilla saffron orange blossom. And then very deep in the base, like a bergamot resin type of vibe. Man, it's challenging in the sense that the occasion doesn't stand out to me quite yet. Let me think about this. Man, it is quite floral, though. That rose and orange blossom does stick its head out. It's smooth. It's sexy. It's a very circumstantial, like, date night fragrance. Is this unisex again? It is. Okay, so we'll just assume the entire house is unisex. Men, I think this is a sexy, very circumstantial type of date night. You don't bust this fragrance out a lot, maybe once a month. Cold weather, lower temperatures, 70 and below, you wear this. I think the fragrance would smell sexier with a waft of aeration, like outside on a warm but cooler day. But it is nightlife. It is sexy. I've never smelled kind of this treatment with vanilla, like a non-amber vanillic note with a kind of ozonic, aromatic, clean, fresh cut suede, kind of Ganymede suede. And then like a tiny hint of rose, which is interesting. You know, rose and oud do go together, and I love some rose ouds for sure, but that cashmerean throws it a completely different direction and gives it a different DNA profile that isn't mass appealing. This is not mass appealing at all. It's just a very intriguing scent. So you have to be an intriguing individual that people just look at, or they hear you speak and they are curious about you. And this fragrance really goes with you. There's a curiosityness to it because it's just notes you're not familiar with outside of the cashmerean. The cashmerean is a saving grace, but I feel like cashmerean is a luxury note. Like the average person can't recall what cashmere smells like. You know what I'm saying? So even that in and of itself is like, it's familiar to the luxurious, but still intriguing when you push so much oud on it. So yeah, it's an intriguing fragrance that leans a touch sexy. A woman This would be odd to me on a woman. I think this is a masculine leaning fragrance for sure. You wouldn't think it is due to the aromatics and the rose and the white florals and all that, but the agarwood oud and cashmerean is just very, and because the vanilla isn't like on the amber note, it's very like light, soft serve kind of, it's amber, it's vanilla absolute. So it's got a very light touch to it. It doesn't have the type of vanilla I'm used to smelling on women. It's not a very intimate vanilla. It's just kind of like a light in the air vanilla. Yeah, I mean, without bias, I think it's perfectly unisex in that I don't connect the notes to gender here. But at the same time, I don't know the use cases for a woman, because just like the man would have to be intriguing, the woman would just have to be a very unique kind of person. And even then, like, I feel like women like 40, 45 and up would wear this. Younger women, it would be a very challenging wear. If you're under 35 women, this would be a challenging wear unless you're just a quirky, unique individual. No one understands you. Then this would be a great fragrance for you. Men, again, if you're a very hard to read individual, but soft on the eyes, you know, this isn't like an alpha male fragrance. This is like, and it's not a beta fragrance either, but it's the guy that everyone's trying, he might be a multimillionaire, billionaire, you don't know. He's always in suits, always about business, always quiet and to himself, and you're just intrigued by him, but there is something curiously sexy about him, maybe, but it's just wrapped in all this curiosity. I don't know. It's that type of fragrance. So I think men could wear this like as a semi-formal, formal uniqueness. Date night would be challenging, guys. This is one of those fragrances I'm not really sure where it fits. I'm going to have to give you guys an update. I'm speaking in real time. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has an upscaleness to it. So I think at bare minimum, it is a cold weather leaning, potent fragrance. 4 to 6 sprays is plenty. Lots of performance, projection, and sillage. It's a very unique fragrance, cold weather leaning. I think this fragrance has to sit semi-formal and formal. And it's a circumstantial fragrance, not a signature fragrance in a way that you would wear this often. This would be a Swiss Army knife type, or I don't know if Swiss Army is the right thing, a very circumstantial, occasion-based fragrance for a very unique individual. I do get a little bit of rose and balsamicness to it with the LME resin. But yeah, one of the more unique vanillic oud rose combinations. This is nothing like oud satin mood. It's closer to oud silk mood, but nowhere near close, not even close cousin. It just kind of has a similar vibe. It has elements of like a Ganymede-ness to it, with the cashmerean kind of feeling like this ozonic suede. It's in those wheelhouses. Oud silk mood, Ganymede. Yeah, something from Amouage even. I don't know where to rank this fragrance, but right now it feels like a 8. A solid 8. And the lack of a 9 just comes from me not really, like, the lack of utility. There's no super wow factor to it. It's a very unique fragrance. Performance is great. If I could give it a decimal, I'd say 8.5, but I do whole numbers here, so we're going to just call it an 8 for now. And I'll have to revisit Aylan. I need to wear it out in the wild and see what it does. Because right now, it's just a very unique kind of sexy fragrance, but mostly like, who is that guy? Mystery man type of feel. But it's not like the mystery man, edgy man that's like the sex appeal is all there. This is like the guy you can't quite figure out. Aylan. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope I gave you guys enough information. I know that was a little bit lackluster, but I got to be honest. Sometimes I'm not going to have all the answers, especially not in a singular review. It is quite lacking transition from test strip to skin. So that's one positive, is if you've had it on a test strip, You can kind of figure out what it's going to do to skin. It just warms up a tiny bit on skin, but it mostly stays what it is. There's no real transition. There is, but not enough to speak on, in my opinion. This was day 3's Aylan, Aylan, for men and women. I think it's masculine leaning, guys. 35 or 40-year-old women and up that are very unique and like different stuff would enjoy this. Younger women, no. Men, I think, have to be 30 and up to rock a fragrance like this. And you also have to be unique and hard to figure out. This is The World Doesn't Understand Me, but I make a lot of money and I'm a very unique individual that you need to get to learn about. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, hope this was informative for you. Like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. We drop episodes every single day. Talk to me. I do talk back. If there's anything I left out, let me know and I'll fill you in. Have you put your nose to Aylan? What do you think about it, guys? How do you interpret my review based off your thoughts on the fragrance? Anyways, with that being said, stay blessed, and until next time, peace.